and sustainable use of biological diversity in arid and semi-arid ecosystems, marine freshwater, forest and mountain ecosystems for maintaining balance in the nature. The remote region of Torghar in Balochistan's northeastern district of Qila Saifullah is the unlikely setting for a pioneering program that combines innovative environmental conservation methods with the principles of sustainable development. Torghar Conservancy is one of the last remaining natural habitats of the Suleiman Markhor and Afghan Urial in Pakistan. Although the Markhor has become iconic as Pakistan's national animal, it remains on the IUCN and CITES list of threatened species because of the fact that in 1986 there were just 56 documented Suleiman Markhors and 100 Afghan Urials left in Pakistan.
हम पहले शिकार खेलते थे, जब अफगान अवार आ गया, इनमें असला ज़्यादा आ गया, इनके जानवर बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो गए थे, तो उसी वक्त से हम लोगों ने एहद कर लिया कि हम इनको बचाएंगे.
Ministry of Environment, with the support of JEF and UNDP, through the project Conservation of Habitats and Species of Global Significance in Arid and Semi-Arid Ecosystems in Balochistan, continues its efforts to promote conservation and development with local communities in Torghar. The project mobilized local communities to take ownership of conservation efforts of the Suleiman Markhor and Afghan Urial, while simultaneously addressing the urgent need for development in the area.
हर चीज़ में कम्युनिटी हमारे साथ शामिल है, जो भी काम होगा कम्युनिटी के बगैर हम करते ही नहीं है. बाकी इलाके के लोगों से इन इलाके के लोगों पर बहुत अच्छा असर पड़ा है.
It has evolved into a unique example of a self-sustaining project with minimal financial or technical support from government or donor agencies. The transformation in Torghar has been remarkable. It is no longer just another isolated and underdeveloped community in Balochistan. The funds generated from conservation efforts are also helping local populations' development. Vaccination of livestock, establishment of fruit orchards, water reservoirs, and flood protection walls are a part of this development effort. Increasing number of people have become game guards involved in protection of wildlife. In fact, according to project proponents, in 2005, there were 2,541 Suleiman Markhor and 3,136 Afghan Urial reported in Torghar, staggering figures making the area home to the highest concentration of straight-horned Markhor in the world and of Urial in Pakistan. Another type of conservation is taking place in one of the poorest districts of the country. Livelihood of people of Badin mostly depends on agriculture and livestock. The threatened breed of Rishi sheep is vital for local farmers who keep this sheep for wool and meat. Considering the need of area, a conservation project for Rishi sheep farming was initiated by Small Grants Program supported by Ministry of Environment, JEF and UNDP. The objective of the project was to raise awareness about the threatened species in local farmers. In addition to this, sheep were provided free of cost to local poor farmers and widows for better income opportunities.
असां गरीब माण्हू आहियूं, गुज़र सफ़र लाइ करे साल में 2 दफ़ा वियाऊं थियूं, 3 फर बि ॾियनि थियूं, 2 बि ॾियनि थियूं, 4 बि ॾियनि थियूं. हिन में गोश्त वधीक आहे, हिन में ऊन वधीक आहे, हिन जो जेको पैदावार वधीक आहे, खीर जाम आहे.
Kinjhar Lake in Thar district is famous around the world due to its reservoir capacity, aquatic life, historical standing, and cultural diversity. Due to lack of awareness in public, the fishing communities surrounding Kinjhar Lake live in very dilapidated conditions as they are solely dependent on lake's resources. As a result, the lake is increasingly coming under stress. The objective of the project, launched by SGP through the support of Ministry of Environment, JEF and UNDP, is to improve environmental conditions in and around Kinjhar Lake by developing it as an eco-friendly tourist resort. Construction of a floating tourist hut are some of the initiatives taken during this project. UNDP JEF Small Grants Program Pakistan's efforts on bringing quality in ecotourism and building capacity of the local communities have a monumental example at Sandpit, Karachi. Right among the mangroves forest and surrounded by the natural habitat of shrimp, turtle and wildlife, the Kakapir village at Sandpit offers tourists a floating restaurant with indigenous sea cuisine and an opportunity to watch several bird species nesting in the lagoon forest. Through this project, the fisher community of Sandpit not only are earning money from ecotourism activities, but they have taken over the responsibility of being the protectors of the natural resources. Sandpit near Karachi is rich in natural resources and biodiversity, which includes mangroves, fisheries, marine turtle and wildlife. The area contains shallow tidal lagoons, intertidal mudflats and about 400 hectares of mangrove swamps. This area with the UNDP JEF interventions is now promising poverty alleviation through innovative quality ecotourism. A unique example of biodiversity is the nomadic communities of Pakistan, locally known as Bakarwals, who travel from plains of Punjab in winters to the mountains of northern areas in summer season. Besides other initiatives of Small Grants Program, a project was also initiated for strengthening the role of gypsy communities in conservation of biological diversity. The Protected Areas Management Project is a collaboration of Ministry of Environment, JEF and World Bank, covering 3 national parks of Pakistan: Hingol National Park in Balochistan, Machiara National Park in Azad Jammu and Kashmir, and Chitral Gol National Park in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The project aimed to strengthen park management through detailed management plans, improving park infrastructure and protection by constructing trail networks, field huts, and communication systems. In Machiara National Park, local community was provided with small grants that helped individuals in the area to get improved livelihood opportunities, thus persuading the inhabitants of the park to engage in businesses other than illegal logging.
लोग अक्सर बड़ी मुश्किल से वक्त गुजारते हैं। सर्दियों में बर्फ़बारी का सिस्टम बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, जिसकी वजह से हमें जंगल में जाना पड़ता है। हमारे लाज़मात अगर पूरे होते रहेंगे तो हम खुद ब खुद ही यहाँ से जंगल से जाने से गुरेज करेंगे।
By implementing such pioneering projects in these areas, the project aims to conserve the globally significant habitat and its species. The juniper forests located in the serene valley of Ziarat in Balochistan are an important part of ecological heritage of Pakistan. Spread over more than 50,000 hectares, the juniper forest of Ziarat form a unique ecosystem of both national and international importance. These treasured natural resources are known to have world's oldest and tallest juniper trees, which serve as the principal source of livelihood for the local populace while offering rare tourist attractions. Besides, these forests also provide valuable ecological services as they protect the watersheds and prevent soil erosion. Deforestation and land clearing for agriculture are the most serious threats to these forests. Realizing the urgent need to protect these ancient forests, JEF, in collaboration with UNDP, Ministry of Environment and IUCN, launched the Mainstreaming Biodiversity into Productive Systems in the Juniper Forest Ecosystem Project. This intervention aims to protect and preserve Ziarat's juniper forests. The project is working extensively to reduce the negative impacts of livestock grazing and wheat collection for energy purposes. The project also helped in significantly improving the ecological balance and condition of juniper forest ecosystem, enabling communities to secure their livelihoods through mobilization and establishment of community-based organizations at the village and valley levels and building their capacities. Participatory implementation of more than 50 small-scale community-identified schemes, including small water reservoirs, water channels, flood protection walls, and alternate sources of energy and introduction of high-efficiency irrigation systems.
पहले हम लोगों का यहाँ की बाग की वो थी नहीं, बाग का नाम तो बड़ा नाम बाग था, जो अब देख रहे हैं कि सूखे दरख्त सारे। अब जब हम लोगों ने बबलर लगा दिया, ये बबलर का सिस्टम हो गया, बबलर के सिस्टम की वजह से हम लोगों को सारे इलाके के ये हर एक दरख्त छोटे छोटे दरख्त हो गया। अब हम लोगों को इसको बाग कहते हैं कि इसमें इस साल आपको भी नज़र आ रहा है कि इसमें ये दरख्त वगैरह जो है इसमें दाने आ रहा है। तो हम लोगों को इतना खुशहाली हुई कि भाई हम लोग अभी रोज़ी का मालिक बन गए एक हिसाब से।
Vaccination of more than 40,000 livestock heads for enhanced livestock productivity, and also promotion of ecotourism in the area through construction of a visitor information center. To raise environmental awareness, green clubs have been formed, which included students from local schools and colleges that conducted many activities. The project has successfully demonstrated various models of water conservation, livestock protection and production, solar energy and ecotourism in collaboration with local communities. These interventions have motivated local communities towards conservation of their livelihood resources and sustainable use of juniper forest ecosystem. Despite the generally arid nature of Pakistan's climate, the region supports an estimated 780,000 hectares of wetlands that cover an estimated 9.7% of the total service area of the country. This diverse assortment of natural fresh water and marine wetlands that occur within Pakistan's borders support unique combinations of biodiversity. Pakistan Wetlands Program of Ministry of Environment is a proactive effort that consists of major components to create an enabling environment that is an essential framework for the conservation of Pakistan's wetlands. The program, supported by a consortium of donors including the JEF, UNDP, WWF and other partners, aims to promote the sustainable conservation of fresh water and marine wetlands and their associated globally important biodiversity in Pakistan. Qila and its environs attract domestic tourists from all over Pakistan. There is, however, a downside to this popularity, as these visitors leave tons of rubbish behind that pollutes the local ecosystem. In collaboration with the Wetlands Program's partners and the district government, the project developed a solid waste management plan for Qila, which included the installation of waste bins in the vicinity of the resort. The solid waste management initiative resulted in reduction of the litter in the area by more than 60%. The Markhor Coastal Wetlands Complex lies along the shores of the Arabian Sea in Balochistan. Rugged environmental conditions and poor communications hamper the efforts of the Balochistan Forests and Wildlife Department and other government agencies to manage the region's precious natural resources. Elements of the Markhor Coastal Wetlands Complex support a range of globally important biodiversity, including significant areas of coral, mangrove swamps, and seagrass, and threatened marine turtles, whales, and dolphins. Astola Island, Astola Sea Mount, and vast areas of rocky shoreline provided vital breeding areas for commercially important fish species. The majority of the human population of the Markhor Coastal Wetland Complex is concentrated in and around the coastal towns of Pasni, Gwadar, and Jiwani, where fishing and other port-based activities are expanding rapidly. The program is striving for the conservation of endangered species like marine turtles by working hand in hand with the local communities to improve their conservation awareness.
1999 से पहले यहाँ लोग आकर कछुओं का अंडा निकालते थे, उसको मारते थे, कोन निकालते थे। फिर यहाँ 1999 में WWF आ गया। ये ने अपना काम इधर WWF वाले ने शुरू किया इसका तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए। फिर 2007 में ये वेटलैंड वाले आ गए और जेप वाले, ये भी यहाँ कछुओं का काम शुरू कर दिया, क्योंकि यहाँ 4 बीच है टोटल, चारों बीचों पे अभी हम काम कर रहे हैं।
In a village called Kuwari near Ormara, the success of these initiatives can be seen where the local community plays an active role in conservation. In addition to a mangrove plantation near the village, a shrimp farm has also been established here. The program also installed a wind-powered energy unit in this remote village that had no other electrical power source.
Wetland loda ma kara jipe o ati late mara datage o solar mara भी दातगंते o माई गिरानी वसा शेड मरा भी दातगे और तिमिरकारी मैं नर्सरी बनाए तगंते 4 साले में ये कार 12 खन गाए काफी मारा फायदे.
The conservation initiatives in and around Gwadar are a good example of successes that can be achieved by actively engaging local communities in conservation programs like this. Pakistan's northern areas house 3 great mountain ranges of the world that hold a variety of globally important species. The goal of the Mountain Areas Conservancy Project (MACP) was to protect biodiversity and ensure its sustainable use in Pakistan's Karakoram, Hindu Kush and Western Himalayas mountain ranges through community-based conservation approach. Village, valley and district level conservation committees were organized and all key decisions were taken at local levels. The MACP focused on scaling up sustainable management of natural resources, especially biodiversity, from village level to valley level and ultimately to wider landscape level of conservancy. The Jogezai Plateau is truly a remarkable place as far as geographical and environmental richness is concerned. It is home to various types of medicinal plants and becomes home of nomadic communities in summer season. A joint effort of Ministry of Environment, JEF, UNDP and IUCN offered a comprehensive package of interventions to address threats to biodiversity. The project focused on empowering local communities to manage the ecosystem and natural resources and making them accountable for the quality of their stewardship. Pakistan's ecological diversity has witnessed some of the most successful and sustained projects being initiated and implemented by Ministry of Environment with the support of Global Environment Facility.